Trying to remember how to do this. Multiplayer, okay. Create. Private session. Do you want to do like stadium trucks or do you want to do the rallycross thing?
I don't know. Maybe because I was probably rallycross to start because I was just doing a little bit in campaign a minute ago.
Oh, okay.
For the rally, so.
All right, we can do that. Yeah, it's weird how you got to go through and set up the session first and then invite friends. I'm going to send one to Ryan even though he's not in game.
Let's X that out. You may have to
Send you one again?
Yeah, I don't think I hit something in time.
Alright, one sec. Alright, sent you one again.
There we go.
Alright, it's been a minute since I played this. So let's see what happens.
Alright. Oh, this one.
I just picked whatever one. I didn't realize which one it was going to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't mind this course. I just know we got these real powerful cars, and I'm wondering how they're going to like the turns, so.
Probably not so much.
Probably not at all.
Okay, eyes on the track. Lights about to go. Have a good race. Ready to race. Go!
Whoa.
Whoa! I saw that.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened there. I hit an invisible nothing and...
Pace is good, but we've not gained. Pick it up a little.
It almost seems like I'm understeering.
Yeah, you might be. I know I tried some setup stuff and I don't think it was what I should have done.
Well, yeah, and plus, I mean, I just did whatever my previous tuning was, because I had that saved from last time, and I have no idea. So... Of course, Ryan was saying it's way funkier online than it is in career, so...
That's entirely possible. Wow. I'm just not doing much of anything back here.
Looking really good from here. Push on.
Wow, I've got, like, no steering.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, your setup should be the same regardless of if you're online or offline.
Yeah.
I just don't think I made good choices in mine.
Well, I wonder if,
Like, at all.
yeah. I wonder if we've got the steering assist or whatever on, and that's why we're not turning when we're going fast.
Oh, I'm turning. I'm turning too much.
I'm barely turning. Unless I'm going like 5, you know, so...
Yeah, you might have understeer. I have oversteer.
Yeah, I must have understeer.
Well, understeer is when you turn the wheel and your car doesn't turn. Oversteer is when you turn the wheel a little bit and your car just wants to swap ends.
Yeah. I'll revert everything back to stock and I'll see what happens.
Yeah, mine's basically behaving backwards of how I thought it should be for the setup.
This game is fairly new, so they could be working out bugs.
Yeah, well, the Dirt series has been around forever. I mean, they, know how to apply a setup.
Yeah.
It just might appear that I don't know how to make a setup.
Maybe. I know I sure as hell don't.
Well, I mean, I haven't really tried these more powerful cars yet. I know in the other classes, I can make a decent setup, but this one seems to be a bit more of a bear.
Yeah.
Alright, so do you want to take it down a vehicle class, or do you want to try and tame these things?
We could give these one more shot, then we could change it up if you want.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, some of the lesser classes, this track is, I have it pretty much figured out, or had it pretty much figured out, and, it was pretty fun. This time around I was, doing more spinning than going straight.
Yeah. Well, I'm leaving it stock, so we'll see what happens. Because I know there was a couple tracks we tried last time with these exact same cars, and they did better on that track. But I wonder,
Yeah.
Okay, get a good start and let's get you a result today. Go, go, go.
Whoa!
I didn't hit ya.
But yeah, now I have like no weight in the back end.
Oh, you still got the same amount of weight. It's just being distributed differently.
So how is your steering doing now? Is it under or over?
It's about where I want it. I think I may have had a setting or two reversed. Still oversteering, but you kind of want a little bit with these things, he says as he drives into the wall.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's what I just said too.
Yeah, that I just flicked the stick in one direction and it just went everywhere.
I'm pretty sure we didn't forget how to drive, but I think somewhere along the way my control scheme must have gotten changed somehow.
Yeah,
I know I had to. I was unplugging and replugging my wheel and different USB ports and stuff, so I think I may have need to reset it or something.
yeah, maybe.
Because it almost seems way more sensitive than it was. Either that or I'm just you know, from playing Forza last night, got too much of that kind of physics in mind and
Yeah,
not enough of
maybe.
this one. Like, because I guess I forgot just how hard, like when you go into like one of the sand traps, like right there by the start finish line, you know, put a wheel off in it and it just drags you into the wall.
Well, yeah, and too, I mean, it almost seems like, I mean, I'm my campaign setting for my difficulty is medium, so it's not like pure simulation, but it's not pure arcade either. It's kind of an even mix.
Right.
It's like pro or whatever you'd call it. But the way the car is acting doesn't make any sense. Because if I'm just turning without applying any gas or brakes, my back end should not be swinging out like it is. You know.
Well, it really depends how, you know, tight you're turning and how you have the spring set up.
Yeah, maybe. Well, in that case, I might want to tone down my other setup that I had so that it's not too compensating for the driftiness or whatever. But
Well, if you want the back end to stay behind the front end, normally you want to have like your rear dampers and rear springs softer than your front springs.
yeah.
Alright, I remember this one being fun, I think, if it's the right track that I'm thinking of. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. No, that's not what I said. Change location. Yes. All right.
If I want my front end to be able to turn more, okay, if I want my car to be able to turn more while still keeping the back end under control, would I stiffen the front springs or?
Well, I mean, the relationship between the front and rear springs, the wider the gap, like between stiff and soft, you have between, the front and the rear, with the front being stiffer, the wider the gap, the less your car is going to want to turn, but the less it's going to fishtail as well. The closer
Okay.
the gap, the car will turn in better, but probably oversteer. Now, obviously, if you swap them where you put the rears stiffer and the front softer, then you're going to go almost full drift setup.
Yeah. Well, I'll see what I've got. I'll bring the spring rate and anti-roll bar for the rear up one.
Up.
Well, yeah, because they were all the way soft, and I was fishtailing like a motherfucker before.
Well, that's going to make you fishtail worse. Since we're right on this screen, right, what I've got is my front ride height is down clicked 1, my front spring rate is up clicked 1, my front anti-roll bar is up clicked 2, rear ride height's the same, rear spring and rear anti-roll are down clicked 1 from stock.
Well, yeah, my save tune or whatever, they were all the way soft, so I brought them back up one. I'm gonna see what happens.
Well, hopefully you've got your front up some.
I think so.
Ready to race. Go.
Whoa, it's a little better. Shit.
Yeah, apparently it's, take your pick for me, because when I applied the same setup as last time, but now I seem to be extra loose again.
Yeah, I wonder if I change my springs up and leave my sway bars where they are. Like I'll soften my springs up, but I'll leave my sway bars where they're at. Maybe that'll do it.
Yeah, usually you want to adjust those all together, but who knows?
Yeah.
Right now I wouldn't listen to what I'm saying anyways, because my car handles like shit.
Well, because I remember when we were messing around with that same premise last time, it seemed to work, so...
Yeah, like for me, when my car goes into fishtail, I steer the opposite direction to catch it, and it just keeps steering more in the way that it's already spinning. So whatever I've done is just, I don't know, it's the same thing I did last time, and it worked last time, and it's not working this time. Unless I just, keep my foot off the gas.
Yeah, because I mean, I think half the trick last time was that I had to baby it. Even though on campaign I was driving those bigger buggies like it was nothing. I mean, sure, they fishtailed a little bit, but nowhere near as bad as online.
So yep, you are just kicking my ass so hard tonight. But that's okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah, this is really just getting a feel for the online play again, really. And I'm still going everywhere. I mean, I've had intimate contact with the wall at least 4 times this entire race.
Yep, me too, front and back.
Yeah. Okay, well, sway bars. Holy crap. Springs is how your wheels, like how fast or slow your wheels go up and down, right?
Well, the spring rate is how stiff your springs are, and the dampers is how quickly you let them move, basically.
Okay. Oh, well, shoot. Then yeah, I can probably soften my springs back up and then leave my sway bars where they're at. And maybe that'll do it.
Yeah. Possibly. We're gonna launch this and yeah, I mean, sometimes I guess I try to overthink things, so with me setting things up, it's, you know, what I think should work isn't necessarily what actually works.
Yeah. Alright, I'll try that.
Okay, focus on the start lines. Let's get off to a good one. Ready. Go.
Oh, come on.
What? I didn't do it.
I got caught on a wire or something.
You were right there, and then you went spinning away.
Yeah.
Now, see, I don't think I made anything different a whole lot, but it drives a lot better this time.
that's why my handbrake wasn't working. I was pushing the wrong button.
Yeah. No, not necessarily right now, but at times during these races, can you hear my wheel whining through the mic or no?
Not that I can recognize. Oh, I think I figured out what it is. Maybe. I'll tighten my springs back up, but then I'll loosen my sway bars. Because the sway bars make your vehicle wobble back and forth. And
Well,
I think that's what's...
the anti-roll bars, you know, tie the sides of your car together better, and you still want to have that same premise as your springs and your dampers. You want them, you know, tighter or stiffer in the front and looser in the rear to keep the rear behind you.
Yeah, and I think what it is they're it's swaying too much in the back, and the motion is kind of kicking the back of the car out. So I wonder if I loosen those up, but then tighten my, or like stiffen my rear springs back up. Because I already know that both of them being all the way soft causes me to understeer.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like, immensely.
Yeah.
So...
Alright, let's just try something here, since we're not going to be getting into Group B cars ourselves so much.
Alright.
Let's, you know, take it down a bit. Actually, let's... Yeah, just take it all the way back here a minute. That way we can actually, you know, play things that we're going to be dealing with in single player, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were still changing vehicle.
Yeah, the Opel... Ooh. I think this is the one I have. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, I'm using my team car, you know, from my, you know, the one that I actually own.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, because... Oh, yeah, no, the Opel I have isn't the Super 1600, it's something else. It's one of the base ones.
Okay.
And then I bought a used Lancer Evo for another class.
Yeah, I think I did too. No, not upgrade vehicle. Tune vehicle. And somehow my crew doesn't have enough skill. How the hell? Oh yeah, this thing's got all sorts of...
Almost time. Let's go out fighting today. Ready. Three. Go, go, go.
I may have went overboard on my dampening everything.
We need another 1.5 seconds to improve on that. Keep pushing.
Dude, your door just it came open.
It did? I didn't see it.
Well, I don't. Your car's probably left-hand drive, so.
Yeah, it is.
Now, are you braking into the corners?
A couple times I have, but not every corner. I'm doing the left trigger.
If you gain 1.5 seconds, you should be able to get another position. Push, push, push.
And this thing doesn't have enough power to keep that back end out, so I only get like half a drift.
Well, it's also front-wheel drive and not all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, so.
That would, yeah. Oh, crap.
I wasn't quite sure where you were going there, but.
Yeah, I don't even know.
And here I'm just playing pinball off all the walls. Yeah, I've got these ones figured out way more than the Group B cars.
Yeah.
You know, the Group B cars were basically like the supercars of rally back in the day. I mean, they were fast, dangerous, but if you were any good at controlling them, you were like a, rocket scientist.
Yeah. I think once I get that wheel and stuff, it's going to help me a lot. Just because
See, not necessarily. I mean, because me and Ryan were talking about this before too. With the wheel, when you're trying to control a drift, you actually have to steer all the way one way, then all the way the other way, or like a big swing at it. With the gamepad, you just flick your thumb back and forth. So you've got a lot less movement.
Yeah, I mean, mainly for me, not so much the drifting portion, but like just controlling myself through a turn. I'm noticing that like when I'm course correcting, I'm going like full left or full right with my stick, like real quick, and it's kind of throwing me off. Whereas if once I get that wheel, I'll be able to just kind of pinpoint it without having to.
Well, see, that's the theory, anyways. Yeah. I like it, because obviously a wheel's what you drive with.
Yeah.
I have thought about throwing in my, it's not an Xbox controller, but I have an old Logitech that looks kind of like a PS2/PS3 controller.
Okay.
It's got the, dual thumbsticks plus the D-pad plus the buttons plus the triggers on the bottom.
Well, yeah, because I'm using my PS4 controller right now, so. And let's.
This time I'm leaving the damping alone.
Yeah, I don't dare touch the dampening or the damping, so.
Well, it's the same thing if you're trying to fine-tune, softening the rear end, stiffening the front end will, help keep your car more in a straight line. Obviously, flipping them around, you'll be more into, full slide
Alright,
mode.
no time. Get
Yeah.
focused. Ready. Go, go, go. You can gain a second. You should be able to get another position. Push, push, push.
Whoa.
Hello. See, I kind of wish there was a way that I could make the races longer instead of just being like 4 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the tune that I just put on this time. It was pretty nice. I think I'm gonna save that one if possible. Now, do you want to try these still and go to a different track, or do you want to go like with the trucks or the dune buggies or something?
Maybe switch up the track on this, and then if we got time, because I'm probably gonna call it a night at about 3. But,
Okay.
yeah, we can probably do trucks before we go to bed. So.
All right. Let's see. Change location. What was this one like? Oh, not that one. Yeah, we'll do this one.
think I remember that. Yeah, this is the one we did with little the cross carts or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That was a freaking nightmare.
I hate those things.
Yeah.
Don't like them. Not even a little.
At least not in multiplayer.
I haven't tried them in the campaign, and I don't think I want to.
Yeah, I haven't tried them either. Not yet, anyway. I'm gonna try stiffening the back springs one click. Let's see what that does. So they're about centered.
Okay.
Okay, eyes on the track. Lights about to go. Have a good race. Ready. Three, go, go, go.
Kind of lost my bearing there for a minute and tried to turn right when I didn't need to turn right.
Yeah.
And that really screwed up my quarter entry, so... Yeah, you've got this race well won.
Well, again, as long as I don't mess up that corner by the Joker. Because that, I almost did.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It seems like the first time we go to a different track, my car just does not want to handle. But then when we do it again, it's like the same thing works.
Okay.
Which I really don't get, but oh well, you know, whatever.
Great lap. Keep it going.
Yeah, now I can hear the wheel.
Yeah, when you throw a big, you know, swing at it, sometimes it those gears just kind of whine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not a good race for me. Oh well.
Yeah.
See, I really only play this when like we play together,
Yeah.
so I don't have a lot of time in
Yeah,
this.
I'll be playing it more once I get the chair and wheel because I want to use the crap out of that. But it seems like stiffening those back springs and leaving the sway bars all the way soft worked somewhat. So
Well, yeah, because you kind of have the two fighting against each other.
yeah,
I think if you've stiffened them up, the springs, and softened the roll bar, if you put them both sort of medium soft, then yeah, that might actually, I don't know.
I don't know because I've got the spring rate at dead center and I've got the anti-roll bars at all the way soft. Of course, then once I try and increase the anti-roll bars, it goes straight to the center, and I can't do it in between. So
Yeah, these ones don't have a huge adjustment range.
yeah,
All right.
Alright, I'll be watching over the action. Have a good one. Get ready. Go, go, go.
Whoa.
whoa, okay, that was crazy.
Slightly.
Find an extra second and a half. You can make up a position.
Whoops,
Uh-huh.
Find an extra 6/10.
that was kind of a half legitimate whoops right there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like, the second time around I, quote unquote know the track, or if it's just that I've done something slightly different in the setup, which I don't think that I have.
Mm.
It might just be the first race I need to, get the track back in my brain.
Yeah, you never know. It may be like a small bug that nobody's either noticed or not bothered to report, where maybe your tuning doesn't take effect until the next race after. But I don't know.
No, see, it wasn't like that before. I think it's just that I'm doing something different or something.
Okay.
'Cause like I say, it's been a minute since we actually fired this one up, so
Yeah.
if I played it more on the regular, then I'd be better at it and probably higher than level 28. So
Yeah.
or 27 even. Although I think when we are done for the night, I'm gonna have to go back into my crew and figure out what happened that I don't have the same tuning ability that I used to.
Yeah. I know I was kind of fiddling around with it earlier today when I played it before work, and I know I had to figure out where to go in to upgrade my R&D so I could do better upgrades. And I think the first one cost me like 120 grand. But
Yeah. Well, I'm not even talking about upgrades. I'm talking about like when you're tuning your car, it says tuning skill is 35, 30, 40, whatever.
okay.
My previous crew, I had a tuning skill of 40. That's where I set my cars up to before, and I'd go to load one of those setups, and it says you don't have enough tuning skill.
Go.
I gotta love when you just have random eyebrow itches.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Find an extra second and we can make up a position.
Came real close to T-boning you there.
Yeah, I saw that.
We should be able to get another position. Push.
Stupid spider. We should be able to get another position if you just push. It's like, shut up. Pushing's part of the problem. You try to drive too hard, and then you overdrive it, and then you spin out, and
Yeah.
etc., etc. Now that's something else too. Are you automatic or manual?
I'm automatic, but I'll be trying manual once I get my stuff. Seeing how I like it.
I like it a lot better. Well, I never really drove automatic in the game. I guess I'm too much of a control freak. I like to have control over my gears.
Yeah. Which is a very, very big benefactor, just because, you know, the game, when I'm in automatic, it'll kind of lag behind, and instead of going into a lower gear, it'll just sit there and just waste power in a higher gear,
Yep.
you know?
Plus, I like to downshift while braking because I know it slows you down better.
Yeah.
And it kind of sets you up for the corner.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I figure the way I'm probably going to be going about it is I might downshift a little bit, but, like, when I'm going into a corner, I'll probably use my brakes, and then once I'm all the way slowed down in the corner, I'll shift all the way down without using the other gears, and I'll just wind my way back up.
Oh, see, the trick is doing both at the same time. You know, I brake going into the corner, but I'm also, you know, going down a gear at a time to wherever I think I need to be.
Yeah. Now, in manual, can you blow your engine in this game, or do they prevent that?
I haven't yet.
Okay. Yeah, because my main concern with driving a manual, like in real life, like racing anyway, would be like if I go to downshift, I'd have to learn.
Well, you don't downshift like if you're at the end of a straightaway going into a corner. I mean, yeah, you brake and you don't downshift like right away. You let your revs come down a bit, then you downshift.
Yeah.
Because if you just, you know, go okay, I'm full throttle, full speed, and then there's a corner coming up, and you go to downshift right away, you're gonna A, cause axle hop and lose control, and B, you're gonna blow the shit out of your motor.
Exactly.
So do we want to do another track on this, or did you actually want to do like the off-road trucks?
We can probably do a little bit with the off-road trucks before I gotta go to bed. So.
All right. No, not vehicle. Vehicle class.
There we go. Is that the big ones or the small ones?
That's the two-wheel drive two-wheel drive pickups.
Are there the four-wheel drive ones?
Are there four-wheel drive? Yeah. Did you want to do those instead?
Yeah, let's do those.
Okay.
They're less squirrely.
Yeah. Edit event. Change location. I think if I remember right, we like this one. Now I like how it says, you know, we're 2 of 8. Can you imagine if we had, you know, all 8 slots filled on this?
Oh man, that would be a nightmare.
Well, it'd be fun. You know, unless it was a bunch of, you know, not that we're like pros, but if it was a bunch of newbies and it's just like nobody had control over their trucks and everything's just flying off into the stands, or it's a big wreck fest.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be watching over the action. Have a good race.
Alright, let's see what happens with these things. I do like that Texaco truck.
Green, go, go, go.
Apparently my truck forgot what the meaning of turn is.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I'm outside the track. Well, if you weren't winning before, I got a 4-second penalty because I was outside the track.
Oh,
Terminal damage.
have you despawned?
Oh, my car is terminal. I'm done.
Well, like, did you despawn and you're spectating, or are you still on the track?
I'm probably still at the start-finish line. You might see me on the right-hand berm up against the pole. Whenever you come back around.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, it rode up there. I was trying to get back off the berm, and I completely just went, slower than that even, what you just did. Apparently I hit 72 miles an hour straight into that berm, or into that pole, and terminal damage, done. I've never had that happen before.
Yeah, something tells me these are going to have a lot better, like, side grip when I'm in campaign. Because that seems to be the universal difference to me from what I've seen so far anyway in campaign versus online. The side traction, I mean, dirt is dirt, so you're going to slide a little bit no matter what, but just the side traction and like for the buggies even in campaign, it's nowhere near as bad as it is in online. So,
see, and I wonder if that's, like I said, the setup shouldn't be any different. If it's set up the exact same, it should handle the same. I almost wonder if, sometimes when you're playing online against somebody, you push just that little harder, and therefore you're going to be sliding more.
I don't know.
All right, 2.
Almost time. Let's go out fighting today. Reds, get ready.
No, off the wall, off the wall. No. Two 2 barrel rolls.
And you're still right behind me.
Ish. I mean, you've got a decent lead on me.
But yeah, I've noticed that these things, when you put power down, they just do crawl to the outside of the track.
Yeah.
And now this time, instead of lowering my suspension, I actually raised my suspension. Because if I remember right, that's what I figured out last time when I played with Ryan, is that these things like to actually be higher than lower.
Gained a second and a half that lap.
Oh, yeah.
Last lap, bring it home.
Yeah, this thing kind of drives like I would expect it to. You know, it's not doing anything out of the ordinary as far as, you know, when my control inputs are represented by what it, you know, should be doing. It's like, oh, okay, might have figured something out.
Yeah.
Jumped out of off the track into a light pole.
Nice.
I figured, you know, I was crossing the finish line. You can't terminate me as I'm crossing the finish line, so I'm just gonna go for it. Well, it's basically 3. Is that you calling it a night then?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna tone things down, get ready for sleep.
Yeah.
All right, till then.
Ryan missed out on us, but it was fun.
But I don't know if he if his internet derped out or if he just didn't really feel like playing dirt. But
Chances are his internet probably derped out. Because normally, I mean, what was he playing before we started dirt?
well, he fired up American Truck Simulator just to see if it was multiplayer or not, which, you know, would be neat, but I don't think either one of us have it, so.
Yeah, I know I got it.
I know eventually well, I've watched it being played before. It's pretty neat in the fact that you know, you're driving big rigs across the country and you have to drive like you would normally be driving. You know, follow all the rules of the road and everything, but
Yeah.
you know, it could also become, I guess, boring, but you know, you have to like pay attention, so it's probably not
Yeah.
boring.
Let's see if we could all do. Do you remember that?